Welcome, Libra, to your mid-month love and relationship reading for April through to mid-May. This reading can roughly span the next 4 to 8 weeks, possibly even 3 months. Timing is very fluid, so whenever you're listening to this, it's actually the right time for you. Now, Libras, this is a general reading, so take from it what resonates and let the rest go. Now, the first thing about your reading is you've shown up in your own reading. You have the Justice card, and this is the card for Libra. Now, there's been a few signs that have shown up in their own reading. Virgo was another one, and Gemini was another one as well. The energy of those other two signs, from what I can remember, also flowed over their reading. And basically, what the Justice card talks about for you is balance, and you have this wonderful balance in your relationships coming into mid-April through to May, as I mentioned. Now, if you if you're resonating with this already and you are feeling that your life is quite balanced, I think this is for you. And when you receive justice, you're actually experiencing equilibrium on all levels of your life, not just your relationships. And this reading doesn't only refer to love relationships. This is family and friends, work colleagues. This is all relationships, and it really, and also a relationship with yourself and where you are right now. And it's almost like, there's not one part of your life that is overcompensating or you're putting more energy into. There is this wonderful feeling of equilibrium. And it's almost like you've got this ability over the next 4 weeks to really detach yourself from your own ego and to see things with clarity. And that's not saying that you're not unfeeling or anything, but it's a kind of detachment that really is, it's like you're in touch with your higher self. Sorry, I was just trying to formulate what I mean by detaching yourself. You are kind of looking at the situation removed from it. You're looking in on the situation, on your relationships, on your life, and it really, you're looking at the whole, and you're acting in accordance to what you see. So you're not overemphasizing any one part of your life here. It's quite this balanced, calming energy I'm actually feeling. It's quite lovely. And you've got, because Libra is an air sign, you've got this logic that you're able to harness over the next 4 weeks. And your analytical powers are really excellent right now, and you might even find yourself advising others more than usual. And you feel calm, and I'm absolutely feeling that. I'm feeling this energy of calmness, and you're able to look at yourself and others objectively without getting emotional. And when this card comes up, it shows that you might be on the verge of an important choice about your relationship or your life at the moment. But when the Justice card comes up, you can just know that you're going to reach the right decision, whatever this choice involves. Your sense of timing is really acute, and you know exactly when to act and when to wait. So it's quite some wonderful energy that's coming through for you. Now, when justice comes through as well, it talks about resolutions. So there could be a favorable decision that's made, and you'll be able to proceed with your life with this calm, balanced energy. Now, this could even talk about legal documents, and it might mean that for some Libras, you might be deciding to get married and make it official. You might be buying a house together or signing some other sort of important contract between the two of you if you're in a relationship. Now, also, if you are in a relationship with someone, this talks about your relationship. The roles within your relationship are really clearly defined and well balanced, and each of you know where you stand, and you understand each other really well, and neither of you are making demands more than the other. You know what I mean? You're not demanding things that are going to make the whole situation imbalanced. And it really is a card of mental compatibility. You are on the same wavelength. You pretty much agree on all the important things, and you probably are the sort of couple that share identical religious beliefs, political beliefs, social views. You know, you really are compatible here on that mental level as well. And often this can talk about a couple that's really immersed in their own careers, and this can be a career if you're not employed with someone. This can be if you're at home and you're taking care of the family, that is your career as well. It doesn't talk about a traditional career where you go off to work only. It can refer to that as well. So you're both really, working toward the same goal. It's quite lovely energy. And, you find it easy to discuss things and just to discuss your plans because you are on the same page. And you might even be able to offer each other some fresh insights and on things that the other hadn't thought about or hadn't seen. It's quite wonderful. And when there are problems in the relationship, you're actually both able to discuss them rationally, and rarely do you argue or fight about stuff as well, which is quite wonderful. You enjoy each other's time. You can play games together, chess, backgammon, that kind of stuff. You're happy to spend time together at home. And even if you're at home and pursuing your own interests at home, you're still really happy to do that as well. It's a really compatible relationship that I see you involved in. And if you're not in a relationship, I absolutely see something like this for you, Libra. It's almost like if you're in a relationship, you've reached this relationship where it's quite tranquil. You're at this tranquil stage. Yeah, I'm just loving doing this reading because I'm feeling this energy of tranquility and peace and balance and harmony. I'm loving it. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this card can refer to a legal marriage as opposed to just living together, or certainly making that commitment. And there's a sense of something that's really well established about this relationship as well. And you both share a commitment to your future together, and you really want to seek to build a shared life which offers you peace and security to not only yourself but to your family members as well. So it's just this wonderful, beautiful energy for you. Now, for your last three cards from the Psychic Tarot for the Heart deck, you actually have 3 Pentacle cards. Now, the meanings for these cards just differ a little bit. They do have a spin regarding love and the heart when it is from this deck, but it's quite interesting that your general reading was all about money, and pentacles are money and the physical world. So I'm just seeing some synchronicities here for you, Libra. But your first card is giving and receiving. And this is a card, again, that talks about balance and reward and, sharing and asking. It's just wonderful. And when the six, the giving and the receiving card, traditionally the Six of Pentacles, appears in your spread, it's a relationship that, is loving and balanced. And I mean, I can't believe the synchronicities here. This is just supporting the message in the Justice card. You've worked really hard to understand yourself and to understand others, and now it's really paying off for you, Libra, and you're being rewarded with joy and with fulfillment. And if there is someone in your life who could benefit from what you have learned, you should share that, because you've just got so much to give here, I think, Libras. You've really learned quite a lot. Take the time to share those insights, because you've learned quite a lot. And don't try and go in there like a bull at a gate and solve people's problems. That's not going to help, but you can share your experience, share your wisdom, share your knowledge, because you have what so many people look at as a perfect, wonderful relationship. I mean, no relationship is ever perfect, but yours is pretty close from what I can see at the moment. Just be a mentor, so to speak. And also, look for other ways that you can be of assistance to those around you. But Libras, please be sure to only give what you can. Don't do more than what you can give, because then that becomes draining to you and you become imbalanced, and it's not great. But just be open to receiving support and inspiration from others as well. And the universe is there to help you, Libras. You're really blessed at this time. And I feel like you're going to receive additional favors if you ask for what you still need. And you can trust that you're going to receive it. So, and I feel like this is really something that you've done in the past as well, to set you up in the place that you're at the moment. And I'm talking a lot about being in a relationship, but if you're not in a relationship, this is what you have gained for yourself. You are in a place of balance and being able to give to other people, regardless of whether you're in a relationship or not. And this is going to attract exactly what it is you want to you. Now, your next card is open up. And the energy of this card is, it can be withdraw blocks and withdraw control and release. And, I talk about a perfect relationship, but sometimes sorrows of the past can cause you to withdraw a little bit. And both emotionally from people as well. And this is a way sort of to prevent further pain for yourself. But I feel like closing up or shutting down prevents the flow of things. So, and it interferes with the ability of the universe to fulfill your dreams. So just being mindful when this card appears, it suggests that you may have had some blocks or closed off your energy field in some way, and you perhaps have let sadness or fear prevent you from moving forward into a satisfying, loving relationship for some of you as well. So even though there's balance and harmony at this time, there can be this thing from the past that is still there, and it's blocking energy by, you know, it's blocking energy, and you can unblock this by putting out affirmations and even prayers to your spirit guides. This is really going to allow you to open up and free up a lot more space. And I feel like you're in a position right now to be able to release any of those past hurts or pain. Now, this can be, as I mentioned at the beginning, any sort of relationship. This might be separate from your love partner, your intimate partner. This can be a member of your family. This can be from your friends as well. But I feel like you're in a position right now to really release any of that stuff, and release the need as well to control a situation. For a relationship to thrive, any relationship to thrive, the energy must be free flowing, and everyone must have the right really to have self-expression. So when you open yourself up, you allow your relationship to grow and evolve. Now, I do have a feeling that this is nothing to do with your love relationship. I'm feeling this is separate to that for some of you. But for others, this can also be in your love relationship and your partner. But as I mentioned, this energy that you have is wonderful for healing any of that kind of stuff. And your final card, as you can see, well-deserved reward. So this is, graciousness, compassion, satisfaction, even discipline, Your efforts are paying off, Libra. And when this card appears, it's suggesting that you've seen, or you will see, your relationships falling into place perfectly. Some things haven't been easy for you. And but I feel like you've really got the discipline to persevere. You want this relationship, whatever relationship these cards are referring to persevere. And as you work to create fulfilling relationships, you sometimes give more than you would like to, Libra. You are often very likely to do that, but even because you have done that and you've put yourself out in the past, you've been able to see positive results from your actions. And if you haven't seen them yet, you absolutely will be. You've really kept the ultimate goal in mind, to have wonderful relationships. So you've got something to really be proud of, Libra. You've shown that you are self-reliant and you are confident, and you're entering a phase of your life where your dealings with other people really will become effortless. Be considerate and compassionate in your interactions, which I feel like Librans do have that gentleness, and you can do that anyway. So, there's less need for confrontation for you now. So if you've had any issues, that you can release that and let that go. There's this sort of energy of diplomacy around you, and that's absolutely a better approach. And Librans know better than anyone the energy of diplomacy. You're very diplomatic, very balanced there. But as you move forward, you can really expect to feel like this satisfaction with your accomplishments and rewarding love in its many aspects, friendships, family members, love partners. You are being really blessed over the next 4 to 8, possibly even 12 weeks, Libra. This is really wonderful energy. And I hope that resonated with you. I've gone way too long again. I always tried to keep my love readings just quick and short, but so many messages came through. So I hope that resonates, and I hope that you tune in again next month. Bye. Thank you.